Can you hear me?
Oh, I can definitely hear you.
All right. Welcome back, everyone, to the Pouring Rain podcast. I am Bert,
I'm Balls.
and we are missing
Ken
our,
Shaba.
Ken Shaba Kelly. But we have lots to talk about, so hopefully we can entertain you guys the same way. Crypto. What's the
Well, dude,
Bitcoin hit 30 grand.
It's holding.
Yes.
It's not. It bounced up over and then popped back down, and then now it's above and it's just chilling there. So that's huge. It
is huge. It's a good marker. You know what I mean? Like I think the bottom was in. I don't think it's going to go any lower.
You never know. You never know what could happen. Like a lot of shit could happen. But I think it's interesting that this, this risk asset is doing better in a time where the U.S. dollar is looking worse.
Well, I mean, everybody keeps telling you it's going to happen. You know what I mean? I mean, like how much shit do you expect the rest of the world to eat from us?
Exactly.
Right? So, I mean, the only way to, like you said, fix it, put the dollar back on top. They're selling oil in other currencies.
They're trying to peg it to the Chinese yuan. And also there is an alliance. It's Brazil, Russia, India. Is it Brazil, Russia, India? Fuck. I know South Africa and China. Oh. And yeah, China. And they're actually trying to start another currency that they can to rival the U.S. currency, like the U.S. dollar.
The U.S. dollar, yeah.
So that's interesting. But this is the craziest part about the whole thing is the military strength of it. And that's the biggest, issue with them being able to do this, because we almost double what all of those countries combined spend on their military.
Jesus.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. And then what are we're going to bully?
That's what we are.
We always do, though.
That's what we are. We're a bunch of fucking bullies. That's what we do.
We're going to bully the dollar back to the top by force.
Mm-hmm. Rather than doing it diplomatically.
And it's...
What was that?
We're the same.
How'd you say diplomatically?
It's all about diplomatico. I'll say it in Spanish because I was like, diplomatic. I'm trying to wrap it up fast. I don't know, man. I don't see any other way for them to get the dollar back on top. I mean, I don't see much.
They gotta stop fucking up, man. Like seriously, that's that is the problem, man. We have these people who just are so corrupt and so just willing to do whatever they have to do to keep, the elite in power rather than what's good for the people and what's good for the overall country and the economy.
And we're too far gone.
We're so far gone.
Sheesh.
It's crazy, man, when you really think about it. How far gone. Like, hey, dude, you can't trust a fucking person anymore.
You can't trust anything. You know what I mean?
You can't trust the media. You can't trust
nothing.
Shit.
It's all for
bought
profit.
And paid.
It's all, yeah, exactly. So it's all for profit, and you can't
trust Bud Light.
You can't trust. I think that's so stupid. Like, has their sales declined or anything? They've probably fucking gone up.
I keep hearing these things about they lost $6 billion, $4 billion, something like that.
I don't believe that either.
I know. I'm like, okay.
I don't think people care. If you like fucking Bud Light, you like Bud Light. If you like to wear Nikes, you wear Nikes. Like, you don't give a fuck.
Dude, if you were drinking Bud Light, you were halfway there.
I hate that these companies take a political stance. Nobody gives a fuck what you think about abortion. Nobody gives a fuck what Nike thinks about fucking race. Like,
that's the weirdest thing. Because we were talking about this the other night at work, and we were like, what do they have to gain by doing this? Or just stay silent. Just don't fucking say nothing.
Don't say anything.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. Don't take a stance on anything. I don't care what your stance is, whether you support trans issues, whether you support abortion. Who fucking cares, man? You're a company. Yeah. Why do you need to take a stance on something?
Do you think it's the whole, like, how corporations are considered people? Do you know, what is it?
I think that it's probably, what I really think it is that I think it's a push from the inside. You know what I mean? So I think the inner workings of the corporation, like you look,
even like the board,
even the way we work. like where we work, right? Yeah. How we have all of these like sensitivity trainings all of a sudden, all this shit we got to fucking talk about.
Yes.
I think it comes mostly from a like a legal aspect of where they don't want to be sued for discrimination and things like that.
I get that.
And then it kind of like takes on a life of its own. Yes. And starts and turns into this woke bullshit where it's, you know, all of a sudden you got to fucking agree with every crazy fucking thing that's out there.
I don't get it.
That men are women and women are men. And listen.
Feel how you want to feel.
Exactly.
But I feel like the imposition of your feelings on me is where I have a
huge problem. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about what you fucking feel.
I don't want to get in trouble at work because I don't know how you identify.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I just want to come to work and make money and go home.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why should my shit be why should my you know, my right to earn money, like, why should that be threatened by how you feel inside? I don't fucking get it. Now I have to retrain myself. It's like you said, like a sensitivity training.
Yeah.
Like, grow the fuck up, man.
Well, I mean, we've talked about this before where, honestly, I mean, we encounter a decent amount of, you know, trans women, trans men on a regular, you know, a semi-regular basis.
And they don't seem to be sensitive. They don't seem to give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck. Well,
so
it's also because
complaining.
Exactly. I don't even think it's so much the trans people.
No, like what percentage of who are we listening to?
Rich white women. That's what it is. Rich white ladies. They got a problem with it.
I don't get it. I don't know, but whatever. Maybe it's not for me to get, but
yeah, I mean the amount of people that I've come across, I've never had a problem with it. But that's also because like you don't use pronouns with them. Like, you know, you're not doing the whole you're not doing the whole song and dance.
Hey, how you doing? Or ma'am.
How are you? Whatever, yeah, I don't say fucking that shit anyway.
Hey, how you doing? What can I get for you?
Exactly. That's it.
That's it, man. And you're cutting that shit out. And then I almost feel like it's not polite. It's like I not even not polite, but you come to the bar, I'm like, what do you got? Because, you know, you don't want to fucking offend anybody either. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know, man.
I got pissed the other night because I had a trans woman in on, I guess, Friday night. I was waiting on her. Dude, she's very nice. Like, she's friends with our bar back. Okay. Or I don't know if say friend, like necessarily friends, but like close enough to where they know each other and they talk and everything like that. Mm-hmm. And there was these two like younger kids, probably in their like mid-20s, and they were sitting there and they were talking to her. And I was fine. I was like, okay, like they were talking to her and everything was fine. And then she got up and she went to the bathroom and then they started talking shit. And I shut that shit down real fucking fast. I was like, oh, you ain't going to say it when she's around, though, right?
She might whoop your ass still.
I'm like, bro. I'm like, you don't do that shit here.
No.
I'm like, and don't try to get me on your fucking team either, because that's what pissed me off.
That shit.
They're like, oh, what the fuck is this bullshit?
What's
like,
that?
They're like, that's a fucking guy, right?
You guys
and
are
I was
okay
like, dude,
with that?
Yeah. I'm like, bro, stop. I'm like, just stop. I'm like, why don't you say that? I'm like, why don't you ask her?
Yeah.
Why don't you ask her? I'm using the correct pronouns and everything right now. Why don't you ask her? You pussy. Like, that's some pussy shit right there. I'm sorry.
It is. It's fucking whack. Like they don't want to be the bad guy, but they do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they want to be the bad guy when no one's around. They want to be the tough guy when no one's around.
You don't want to get caught snitching. Like,
fucking bitch
I'm
made
be an
motherfuckers.
informant, but you can't tell anybody I'm an informant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna
own that shit,
exactly. If you want to be a piece of shit about this whole fucking thing, own it. Seriously,
you want to be a piece of shit?
Yeah,
it's true, man.
Run that shit and see what happens, because you'll probably get your ass kicked by a guy who dresses like a girl. Straight up. How's that going to make you feel, tough guy?
Like, what does it? How does it change your life? That this, former man wants to be a woman. How does it change your life? Oh,
it doesn't affect me at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who the fuck is caring so much? Like, who cares? Nobody cares.
Rich white
I don't
man.
care.
I'm gonna say it for the people in the back.
Rich white man. I don't know, man. I just it's weird to me. Like you said, you can't trust anything. So, are we making waves that don't exist?
I 100% think so.
Yeah, like this shit can't be fucking real.
I think it's all distraction from the real issues.
Exactly. But there are like, assholes. Like we had a woman ask one of our bartenders, "Are you gay or are you good?" Because he wasn't flirting with her.
Oh my God.
Like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, she's just a fucking asshole. Like, you don't say that shit to anybody, whether you think they're gay or not. Like,
what does that have to do with me
what does that
making
have
your
to do
drinks?
with me making your fuck? How personally involved do you want me to be in this transaction? Like, now I gotta fucking act like you're some hot shit, like, too, because you're feeling a certain type of way. Like, how much do I have to participate in your, you know what I mean? In you, in yourself, and how you feel, and fucking your emotions and shit. Like, I'm just a fucking bartender, man. I'm here to make you drinks.
Yeah.
And you're with your friends. Enjoy your time with your friends. Like, why do you have to bust my balls?
Dude, I wish we still had the clip.
I know. Why are you breaking
My balls? Thanks, Luke. We'll get it on the soundboard.
We'll definitely bring
we'll have to bring him in for a
re-recording.
Yep. Better sound quality too.
Exactly.
I
But
don't know. I kind of like the bad sound quality of it.
I don't know. It's rugged, but whatever. It's how we started. You know what I mean? We can't fucking deny that shit's on film. We can't start at the top. We got some good equipment going. You know what I mean? Once we change the set, we'll be all right. But I like how it is now.
Huh?
I like this fucking rugged, fucking just sit down and have this fucking conversation and talk about this
Ridiculous bullshit.
fucking people that don't know how to act in public. Like,
Dude, we work in an industry where
why are you leaving your house? Just stay home.
no one acts like. I always said, I'm like, our jobs are so, and I'm not saying this to downplay what cops go through, but we deal with a lot of the same kind of like things that cops deal with
because it's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah,
and for the most
drunk
idiots,
people, domestics on a daily basis. I can't tell you how many domestics I've seen at the bar, like these domestic arguments that you're just like, dude, you guys stop. Can you guys stop that? Like, this isn't the place to do it, type of thing.
I hate that people do that in public. I don't think I've ever argued with anybody in public.
No, and if they do, if
you shut it
my
down.
significant other starts to tries to argue with me, and then it gets to the point, I'm gonna walk away.
I'm
leaving.
We'll do this some other time.
Well, I'm not doing this out in public. If you want to speak to me, sometime other time.
It's like when you were kids, your parents wait till we get home.
Yep.
And catch an ass whipping when you get home.
Yep. Exactly.
Not you're gonna whip each other's ass.
Yeah, I feel like we're the ones who see the people before the cops see them.
Yeah, and how are you so unaware that makes everybody around you uncomfortable?
Mm-hmm. They don't care. A lot of people don't care. Like,
even when people PDA and they're all fucking tonguing each other down at the bar, you're like,
this is what I'm saying. Like, we work in an industry where almost every like social norm goes out the window. Completely out the window. Like, it's like they don't even exist anymore. It's like everything that you normally wouldn't do. You wouldn't do this at your job.
No.
You wouldn't do this in a supermarket.
No.
You wouldn't do this at fucking Caldor if it still existed.
You wouldn't talk to people the way they talk to us
Maxx.
In public. Like, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of unknowns in public. When you're here, you know that I'm an employee. I'm gonna have to eat a certain amount of shit.
Well, they think you are.
There's security. You know what I mean? So people kind of get that fucking,
These people, they really, I mean,
they grow a pair all of a sudden.
We're in a kind of like a unique spot where, and I definitely think it's unique because of, the fact that we have a yin around us and everything.
Yin.
And because
there's a lot of money at stake, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, also like I'm a huge like respect to me goes a long way.
Yeah.
And I don't treat people disrespectful off the bat. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like I might not be in the best mood. I might be a little bit indifferent sometimes, but it's not. I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just kind of like in the zone, just moving around real fast. I'm not trying to be
not personal.
Yes, it's not personal.
Man.
They take it to that personal, and that and the second you make it personal and you start coming at me, I automatically shut down. I'm like, I don't really need your money. So I'm just gonna move on to the next guy.
Exactly.
And these people they can't accept that. They think that because they're buying a drink that they are the most important person that's ever lived in your life and that you must bow down to them and you're now, get my drink, peasant. I owe them something.
Get my drink, bitch.
I had a kid, dude, on was it Friday? Yeah, Saturday morning. It's like 5 a.m. This group of kids came in. This tall kid came in, looked young. You know, he had the most ridiculous outfit I've ever seen on. Him and his whole crew did. Like his one boy was wearing an Ed Hardy shirt with a fishnet shirt, a long sleeve fishnet underneath it. I was like, the fuck? Dude, it was like fucking like the Prince and the Revolution showed up. Right? So he comes up to the bar. I'm like, whatever. And he starts playing. He's like, he orders of course, he ordered a Long Island. I was like, all right, cool, man. I'm going to need to see your ID. He hands me a paper ID with no picture on it. And I was like, yo, I'm like, I can't accept this. And then he shows me a picture of his ID. I'm like, all right, cool. This is what you need to do. Go down it. Like, you got both. That's cool. Go down to security, get a wristband, then you're good to go. Starts arguing with me. He's like, I've been here for 3 days and it hasn't been a problem yet. I'm like, yes, it has. I'm like, that's impossible because no one.
It's probably why you don't have a wristband now.
Exactly. I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm thinking to myself, like, yes, you haven't been here for 3 days, and yet, yes, you have. Like, this has definitely been a problem if you've shown this to somebody.
Exactly.
So, because it's protocol for everybody.
Nobody's gonna accept a piece of paper.
No,
nobody. And if you do, you deserve to get fired.
Yeah. So
even if you haven't had ID training.
He starts arguing with me, saying, he's like, I don't know why you're making this so difficult and you're being a dickhead about it. Oh. And right there, I was like, okay, well now I don't care what you do because now you're not getting anything. He's like, I'm a whole celebrity. What are you talking about? Who are you? I'm a whole celebrity. Like, I wanted to call him a half of you know what so bad, but obviously I can't do that.
You should have been like, I'm only half a celebrity, so
yeah,
what's a whole celebrity?
I'm a whole celebrity. I couldn't believe it. Like
you're not gonna get a whole drink.
Like, the best part about it. So I call security. They get him. Whatever. They take him out. This and that. Blah blah blah. And next thing you know, he's back in with all these other people trying to order drinks through the other people. And I'm like, do you think I'm dumb?
They do.
Do you think I can't see you? I'm like, get out. You're done. Like, you're not getting anything. First of all, you're not even allowed in here.
Oh, I bring everybody into it. I was like, I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm like, listen, everybody that just came in with that guy isn't getting anything until that guy leaves.
Yeah.
And even then, I might not give you shit because fuck that. Like, you can go hand him shit. Like, I don't know.
Exactly.
It's just.
Yeah. And the group that was with it, like, there was a group that was in there, and then he started hanging out with, like, his group started hanging out with these other group. Uh-huh. They didn't really know each other, just kind of being friendly and everything like that. And that's pretty much what ended up happening. I was just like, listen, like, the kid came up to order a drink for him. I was like, listen, I'm not serving anybody until he's out.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
And his friends kicked him out. His friends were like, yo, just get out of here, dude. Like, we're trying to fucking hang out.
Fuck, yeah,
these people are buying us drinks.
You're ruining everybody's fucking time.
So
ruining everybody's good time. I don't understand how they don't get it. Like, I don't understand
the entitlement.
And then,
like, did you really think by calling me a dickhead, I was gonna be like, oh, okay, fine. You think I'm a dickhead? Cool. Let me get you that drink. Did you look at my face?
You see this?
See this?
You see this?
I look like a fucking Duck Dynasty
and you could,
fucking piece
and you
of
think
shit.
You could talk to me any kind of way
and
still get your way. Like,
maybe because I was being nice from the jump.
Now, do you think the whole customer is always right thing? Like, do you think
false?
Is that? But is that envelope getting pushed further and further?
Always. Like and it has been because I think a lot of people, a lot of places probably bow down to that type of shit. Whereas they're just like, I don't feel like dealing with it. Here, take this and leave, kind of thing.
Oh man, yeah.
If I bitch enough, I'll get free shit, type of stuff.
Like, I get tired of teaching people lessons. Like, there's real consequences to your actions or the way you talk or the way you do shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the one that doesn't accept your apology. Like, I'll be like that one lady, that guy just fucking. I tell him, I ask, I said, are you, in the middle of me asking him if he's staying here, he throws a glass at the bar. He didn't throw it at me. He threw it at the bar. It shattered into a fucking million pieces. Security fucking grabs him. They take him out. His wife comes in and tries to apologize. And I go, no thanks. You can leave too. Like, I don't want your fucking apology.
No.
There's no fucking reason for that shit. So your lesson is that. Like, I feel bad for you. That's what I said to her. I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
Because this motherfucker is definitely
unstable.
You have
to live with it.
I said, I don't know, man. You've had a lot. As I'm saying, are you staying here? He fucking launches that glass. Like, I would have gave him another drink if he was staying there. Or if he could have waited 2 seconds to answer my question.
Exactly.
Fuck that. But there needs to be consequences. You know what I mean? If I'm the one stuck teaching you how to fucking act in public, fuck it.
Yeah.
The thing is, you get tired of fucking teaching the same lessons over and over and over. Because people keep trying you the same way over and over again. It's like stop giving people your ID on your phone. It doesn't fucking work.
Where is this okay? Like,
Nowhere.
I feel like so many people do it, and I don't get it.
They're fucking dumb. Whoever accepts
this
that
had
shit,
to happen during the pandemic because this is a new thing.
Do you think it happens during your like your local watering hole accepts it because they fucking know your face? Like, I don't fucking know. Like, do you think that shit would never happen in anywhere I've ever worked?
No.
Anywhere.
No. Anywhere that actually matters, like anywhere, I shouldn't say matters, but like that actually has like a lot to lose.
Yeah, like you think you go to the liquor store and you fucking show them your phone? No. They're not gonna fucking accept that shit.
I need to know who's accepting these because this is a regular thing that's happening.
Another thing is, I don't have a picture of my ID on my phone.
Nope. Never did.
So you took a picture of your ID knowing you'll lose it? Like, what the fuck?
Hold on. I'm telling you, this had to happen during the pandemic.
But it's happened before. But
you couldn't touch anything because you're going to get AIDS. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like...
It's so extreme. It's so extreme.
But seriously, that's where I think it comes from because people used to have their Vax cards.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've noticed this, but a lot of the people who are showing us IDs on their phones are people from New York. And that was where you needed a Vax card to get into a bar. You needed a Vax card to get into work, do whatever.
Everybody was from New York this week.
Yeah.
It was like spring break, I guess, after Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's from New York. But
horseshit.
I don't know where.
And by the way, New Yorkers, get the fuck out of the left lane. Seriously.
It's a passing lane.
God damn, man.
Learn the rules wherever you go.
I don't get it.
I don't drive in New York because I don't know how to drive in New York. Those motherfuckers will kill you.
I just don't understand what their obsession is with the left-hand lane.
I think they just think it's another lane. It's regular. It's not like...
But you'll be like in their ass.
Pennsylvania does that too.
Yeah, you'll be like in their ass. Like, I'll get right up on them. I'll start flashing my lights and shit. Like, move.
Yeah, but they don't know what it means. They probably just think you're being a dick. Oh, I'm going too slow for this motherfucker, but I'm going to stay here.
You're the dick. This is the end.
That's fucking funny. All right. We made this Enzino. Should be up on our Enzoni, not Enzino. Did I say that wrong on the video?
I don't remember.
I think I said Enzoni. It's like a take on a Negroni. It's Campari, gin,
lemon juice, simple syrup,
and some crushed up grapes.
Grapes and fruits.
But it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Definitely tasty, man.
You're done yours almost.
Yeah, I can't find it. Spark that shit up.
It is really good. You're right, though. Like you said, right up my alley.
It is good. I mean, it's got a decent amount of that bitterness, but it's balanced very well.
It's a good drink.
I really like Campari. A lot of people don't.
You do really like Campari.
Yeah, I like bitter.
You use it in a lot of your. You like bitter citrus. Right?
Yeah,
that's your go-tos. Let's see that. Bitter citrus and some sugar. All right. So what else are we learning in the financial sector? That commercial real estate is shit in the bed.
Yeah.
Right. So it's causing banks to kind of falter on loans, right? Because nobody's fucking buying that shit. Yeah, they're trying to get investors to buy it, which is not working because they know it's worthless. Well, so they're going to get it for pennies on the dollar and turn it into fucking residential property.
Probably, yeah. But that's a cool thing. So now, I mean, if you
got some money,
if you have some money, or this is opportunity now because what's really I think there's a bunch of different things happening. You have a lot of companies who are moving away from brick and mortar. Because of the digitization of everything. You have office buildings who are realizing that we don't need to pay rent, or lease space to have these people in this office doing this work when they can all be doing it remotely from home. That the pandemic made a lot of fucking things
not necessary.
Yeah, we realize like these jobs could get done and we could all save money. And studies have shown that people are more productive working from home.
Think about everything you save, right? You're not out buying lunch. You're not spending gas. You know what I mean?
You're not taking a shit for an hour.
You're losing your car. You know what I mean? But you're using your car, you know what I mean? Wear and tear and all that shit. I mean, so that they can even, they could even technically pay you less, right?
I mean,
they could save money and you could save money.
That's the thing. It's like, you got to realize how much money they're saving by just not having to lease that space. You know, that's huge. That's a huge nut for a company. You know, I look at some of these huge office buildings. I'm like, dude, what are they paying per month? 10 grand a month, 20 grand a month. You know, I don't know what, commercial real estate as far as like office building goes per square foot, but I can almost guarantee it ain't cheap.
It's not cheap.
So, say you're, paying $1 or $2 per square foot. Yeah, that's a decent amount of money.
That's a lot of money, man.
And now it's all becoming obsolete. So if you could figure out what you could use that commercial space for,
you could make money that
in
way.
Something that's not going to be obsolete, like that. You still like physically need people
Space,
there,
yeah.
space. You can make some money, man. Especially with the like the way what the prices are going to be.
You can get real creative, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of opportunity in this downturn.
Yeah, everyone's very pessimistic during times like this when you have the dollar collapsing. You got
I am
a war in Ukraine. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but you got to stop thinking about the negative aspects and start running. Start letting your wheels turn, man, and start looking at the things that are happening. Like, things are cheap.
Solve problems.
Yeah, things are going to be cheap.
Even things that aren't necessarily a problem, like you were saying earlier about people with money don't want to do a lot of menial tasks. Yep. And if you don't mind getting your hands dirty or learning some new shit, you can crush.
Yeah. Side hustles are fucking amazing. And they can be very lucrative if you figure out you guys kept moving.
A lot of things start that way.
Dumb things where some of them don't even require a whole lot of work. No. But put it this way, if there's a dude on TikTok or Instagram talking about this side hustle and how much money he makes, you're too late to the party.
Yeah.
Okay, so just fucking get completely, I saw some dickhead kid talking about flipping cars. I'm like, dude, stop it.
Flipping cars.
Stop it, dude. Like,
you know how hard that is?
Not only is it hard, but unless you're a fucking mechanic and you fucking understand what you're looking at, like I've been working on cars since I was a fucking kid. And I still fucking miss things.
That's what I'm saying. But doing the work yourself is where.
Yeah. Like this kid bought a fucking, I think like a Ford Focus or something this is the best part. It was listed for $3,800 and he got it for $26,000. It's like, dude, that's not even close to what ever happens when you fucking buy a car on fucking Facebook Marketplace. But okay. And then he said he sold it for fucking like $55,000.
No way.
I'm like, come on, man. Like you're getting likes. That's what you're looking for. You're like, oh, this is fucking cool. I'm gonna go fucking buy cars, and now I'm gonna eat shit.
You don't know that you're ruining fucking shit for people.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, it's like some kid's gonna see this and go out and fucking
I got
take his life savings.
Yeah, I got $3,000. Let me see if I can turn $3,000 into $5,000. You know what I mean? But a lot of people do that shit. Like what was it? Gary Vee's always talking about garage sales.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have any money, start with garage sales, and then you flip this and flip that, and he always says the world is abundant, and I get it. But also, how many fucking people are following this dude?
Mm-hmm.
Like doing the same exact fucking thing. And it turns into everybody not making much.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. If you see someone talking about a side hustle, you've missed the boat. Mm-hmm. Think about your own. Think about problems that need to be solved. Like, I have one in my head. I'm not going to say it here because I want motherfuckers out there going and doing it. But...
He's always got one in his head, by the way.
Yeah, it's like dumb little things. And dude, I'll tell you what, man, I've tried a lot of different side hustles. Not all of them worked. Not all of them, like the juice wasn't worth the squeeze, but I did it and I got my money back and I learned a lesson. Mm-hmm. So everything you do, you learn something from that last one. Like, what didn't I like about this one? Okay, cool. So the next one, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. Make sure that that's not part of it. And that's
I feel like whenever we talk about things, I want to fucking take off running. We go, nah, let's do this first. Get that. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
He's into it, man. Play it safe. But that's how I am. Like I'm a very, I play everything very safe.
You have to.
So I hedge a lot.
Well, when it comes with money, I mean, you can't fuck around.
Yeah, because if you do, you end up fucking with no goddamn money. You fucking broke. So
it's worth the research.
Yeah.
It's worth the time you put in looking into think about all the things that can go wrong. Like, start there. Okay, this, you know what I mean? The pros and cons.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like you said, if you know how to problem solve and you think of something that bothers you.
Yeah.
That there's something that, you know what I mean? Like, nobody does.
Yeah, I was telling you about the guy around the corner from me who bought a. I mean, this guy's got paper, so that's the difference. Is like if you have a lot of fucking money, or if like you want to take on a lot of debt, and like that's a huge risk. But sometimes huge risks pay off. But this one makes a lot of sense, especially for the area I live in, because I live close to the coast, so there's a lot of people with boats.
Yeah.
This guy literally bought a fucking lot that has a chain link fence on it. It's a gravel lot with a chain link fence surrounding the whole thing, and turned it into boat and RV storage. What is the overhead?
He didn't even do nothing.
What's the fucking overhead?
Anything.
You know, and I'm sitting there like, oh, you know what would be really cool is in a couple of years when you get, like, you start making a couple of money, like, or some money, you take some of that money and you build a pole barn. And then you hire a bunch of guys, or if you can do it yourself, which probably I would fucking do because I'd be like, I'll fucking do that myself. I ain't paying someone to do it.
A pole barn?
To shrink wrap and winterize boats for these people so that they don't have to fucking do it themselves.
I'm telling you.
Then you have, you know, a lot, which is now storing and winterizing boats. Do you understand that these people with money, like these boats, these fucking crazy boats, they don't want to do the work
and
themselves.
they all talk to each other.
Yeah.
It's a big, rich, fucking exclusive
crazy community. Go down to, I encourage everyone. This is what really changed my perspective on boats and what the possibilities are. We went down to Fort Lauderdale, right? We took a ride down Las Olas Boulevard. So that takes you down. So if you take Las Olas Boulevard, where we were staying at the hotel, all the way down, that'll take you down to A1A, right on the. So you have to cross over a bridge. I saw this marina where there wasn't a boat in that marina that probably didn't cost $5 million. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, there's probably $1 billion in that marina right now.
Fucking crazy.
Without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Easily $1 billion. Because there was $200 million boats that were sitting there. I mean, like,
oh yeah.
There was, $5 million boats and a $200 million boat. That
Imagine the people, the money that's with the people there, the customers.
Yes, these
how
people.
much that's worth.
Start looking at industries that has a shit ton of money in it. People who do it, like even things with firearms, like people with firearms, Harleys, like things with motorcycles, like the high end cars. The people who have shit tons of money, like what problems do they have that you can solve that they don't want to do? The jobs that they don't want to do.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these jobs are dirty. They don't want to fucking do them because they have money and they don't have to do them.
It's crazy.
I don't give a fuck. I love getting dirty. Fuck you. There's something very pure about it to me. And I understand that not everyone is like me, but I grew up like that. And, that's what I'm saying. Like it's fine. And it's fine. But if you're okay with it, or if you're okay with doing something else that someone else doesn't want to do, like I know dudes who like to fucking work on their lawns and shit. I'm like, that's the fucking dumbest shit that I've ever fucking seen in my life. You want to make that shit green? I don't give a fuck. People are into lawns. I don't give a fuck about my lawn. Weeds everywhere. But like I know people who are super into lawns and they're all white.
Super into lawns. That's a super white problem.
Yeah.
Like, I know people that are super into lawns. I'm like, what?
They are. It's crazy to me. Like you're putting all this shit down.
I wish I could see my face as you're saying that. I'm like, what the fuck?
The whites. They love the lawn, man. They love lawns.
I remember Bobby told me his neighbor, as soon as he's like, you're gonna get that? Like it was like a fucked up weed or some shit. His neighbor told him before he was like, I didn't buy the house yet, dude. Like
you're gonna get that?
I didn't move in there yet.
Oh my god. I'm like, we can't live here.
Oh, dude. I would hate that shit. Because like you said, it's everything to that guy, but I could give a shit.
That's what I'm saying. And they want you to what? Spend, do you know how much money?
I do give a shit though, because my dad
Uh-oh.
Whenever he comes up here.
The European and you coming out.
Whenever my dad comes to the house, he fucking ripping me on the lawn, man.
Was he?
Yeah, all the time. Every time. And I'm like, it's like I can't stress to him enough. I'm like, oh yeah, what do I do? And I end up going to, Home Depot, spend like $200 trying to fix the lawn while he's here.
Dude, that shit's expensive.
Everything's expensive,
dude. Like a bag of fertilizer is like $150.
80 something. I think I paid 80 something for
like weed and feed, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, I bought a bag of seed for the.
That's like $60, and it's like a sack.
It was 100,
right? And it was like right. Like,
yeah, it was it was a bigger one, because I got the sun and shade mix. It's nice.
Kentucky bluegrass.
It's coming up now. It's all patchy and shit. Sarah's freaking out. I'm like, just let it be. It's fine.
It'll spread.
It'll do its thing.
That shit, they don't understand sometimes that some of that shit takes years to do.
It should be. I mean, in about a month, I should know kind of where the patches are that are bad. So,
like my lawn is real fucking spongy. So Jess has been looking into it like crazy. I don't know what it is. I don't see any fucking animals. The dogs don't chase anybody around anyway. But I don't know. It could be usually, moles. Yeah. But it's like spongy. Voles. It's not like it's like spongy. Like it's real soft. Mm-hmm. And the way you have to like overseed it. Yep. So you gotta every year overseed it, and that grows. I guess the fucking roots into the fucking shit. Mm-hmm. Then you're supposed to put like play sand. Shit in between. I'm like, man, that's a lot of fucking work, man.
Yeah, I don't like doing that shit. I don't give a fuck.
And it, like you said, it's fucking expensive. And that's why there's so many fucking landscaping companies. There's so many people that
don't want to do that.
I don't want to say they're not into lawns, but they care what it looks like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. Is I shouldn't say I'm not, because I really do. I do appreciate when a lawn looks really nice. Like when I see somebody's house, I'm like, wow, like that dude spends a lot of money on it.
It fucking takes work.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm like that. That's what, and that I think that's more of what I'm impressed by, is rather than the aesthetic of it all. It's more than like, wow, this dude put some work into this shit, or someone did.
Or got somebody.
Someone to do it.
He paid somebody to do some good shit. But it's backbreaking work. You know what I mean? You always have to do it in the fucking heat.
Yep. Like, we were talking about getting mulch.
But it solves problem for people. Yeah. I can't, how many yards do you say? How
Bro, I think, so our backyard is like 7, which isn't bad. That's not a lot. 7 yards. But our front was something like 28 yards. I'm like, we need a machine to move this shit. Not that little, like you got one little bullshit wheelbarrow. Whose back's doing this shit?
You.
Exactly.
That's why they don't care.
Whose back is it?
Like,
I already got back problems.
Like, we were just talking about this shit the other day. I can't believe we're into landscaping. This is the fucking podcast about nothing. So we're talking about, so we go to our pops, right? And he wants to, put dirt on the, whatever, right? So we talk about it, and I'm like, they give you like a big delivery charge, but you can go up to however many, you know what I mean? However many yards. Like, let's say they charge you $200, you can get up to, I think, 10 yards with that or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how the pricing goes. Don't quote me. But Jess is like, well, you have a truck. He doesn't have to pay the security, the delivery. And I'm like, you want me to go to the yard 10 times? Because I have a pickup truck. I don't have a fucking monster truck. They will only give you a yard and a half of mulch.
Okay.
At a time into my pickup truck.
Yeah. Because first of all,
it's fucking heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're going to need new leaf springs at the end of this.
Exactly.
I don't know what the payload on your truck is, but it's definitely not anything over probably $5,000.
It would still suck if, you know what I mean, I had to do 10 fucking trips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like you said, whose back is breaking? Ours. Me and her dad. But she's like, nah, you do that shit in the truck.
Got it.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, they refuse to save us like time and fucking effort. Like, why are they like that? Why do they hate us? I don't understand. Why? It's such contempt, and you're trying to defend. You're trying to defend it, but you sound lazy, I guess.
Yeah, like I don't want to do that.
I don't want.
Ever.
It's not even that. Like, I don't care if there was a mountain of mulch there, and then I got one wheelbarrow. I can take that shit out myself. Boom, 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 boom. I could be there for 4 or 5, 6 hours, right? Mm-hmm. But if I had to fucking get it, go get it, bring it back, unload it from my truck into wheelbarrows and putting it out, then get back in my fucking truck, drive another 10 minutes, get another fucking yard, and come back. And I'm like, I'll be there forever.
Yeah. You'd be better off renting like a dump trailer.
Anything.
And even then, like you're only probably getting like what, 2-3 yards at a time?
Yeah.
Max.
I'm just talking about the women's aspect of it, the ladies, like my ladies aspect of it, I guess. You know what I mean? It's like, You don't need to pay that delivery charge.
You got this. Go get it.
Like, nah, yo. You ain't making my dad spend an extra $200. Meanwhile, I'm in a fucking wheelchair after fucking 3 days.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm fucking... They're really hard on us, man. You just had 2 days off. Like, you be fucking with that mulch for 2 whole days. She'll be like, you just had 2 days off. You're fine.
Like, oh, I'm tired. I gotta go to work tonight. I really don't feel like it. No, man, you just had 2 days off.
You just had 2 days off.
Huh?
Like that's what I say. Why do they hate us? I don't know. I'll probably get in trouble for this one too. But luckily, she doesn't watch.
Neither one of them watches. But yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I get it. But yeah, I'm gonna rent a machine, and hopefully I don't rip up the lawn this time.
But it's a lot, and they act like it's
not
hard work.
My whole thing was, it costed us. So my front lawn has like these massive beds. Mm-hmm. So it costed we got it done by the landscaping company last year. Mm-hmm. It was $1,000. I'm like, dude, $1,000 fucking dollars, man. Put some fucking mulch down. Like, come on. That's like, I look at that. And I'm like, ugh. There's something about that number, like 1,000. If it was 900, I'd be like, not bad, But you hit that $1,000 mark, and you're like, ugh.
It's that fourth
extra
figure.
zero.
It's that fourth figure, son.
It bothers me, man. It irks you. You're like, fuck, man. Like, all right.
I'm gonna pay this guy $1,000. He's gonna get this shit done within fucking 2 hours.
Yeah, because he had 5 guys show up.
He's got 5 guys show up. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But meanwhile, I'm like, all right, let's see. I could.
I'm gonna try to do this myself.
Yeah, I'm like, I could go down the street, rent a machine for $200, get it delivered for probably another $300. Let's say
that's 500.
So you're at 500 now, right?
Now.
So now you're half the price.
Okay.
And now I get to fucking cruise around in a fucking machine all day long on my lawn.
And then you get the cold plunge and
having a blast. Now it's not gonna fuck my back up because I got the machine. You could do it by hand, but
you save $500. Yeah, dude, doing that by hand, you fuck that.
Hopefully get the
fucking forever.
Hopefully get them lazy ass kids out there.
There you go. You pay them $20 each. I'll spend another.
You get no money. You live here for free.
No, not those kids. Those motherfuckers ain't doing this shit. I thought you meant kids from the neighborhood that actually want to hustle.
No,
you can pay them all.
None of these motherfuckers want to hustle.
You could pay them all $20 and spend another $100 and get that shit done ASAP.
Yep. All I need is 2 wheelbarrows going and that machine. We're done.
You're good to go.
Knock that out in a few hours, man. And someone else raking. Like, babe, you rake. I'll operate the machinery.
I want to drive the thingy.
Dude, it's fucking fun.
Oh, cool.
Those skid steers are a good time. I was having a blast.
Anything's fun. Anything motorized is fun.
Yep.
Motorized skateboards, motorized bikes. Like, you see the lack of exercise in the fucking motorized bike. Because I live near the trail, right? And all you see, I asked Jess, I'm like, how much are these fucking bikes costing people if everybody fucking has one?
Like, you see
everybody, they're only a couple $100.
You can get like really baller ones, but
they're like 1,000, yeah, but you know what I mean? You pedal for a little bit and you're fucking chilling and they're like zipping by us and shit. I'm like, that looks fun. You know what I mean?
It is fun. You ever done one of those one wheels? You ever seen those? The one wheels?
The skateboard?
Yeah, the big fat tire in the middle.
Bro.
Yeah. This guy had one.
My brother-in-law has one.
Yeah, we went camping and this guy had one at the campsite. And I was over at his campsite, and he's like, I'm like, oh, shit, I got to go grab some more beers. He's like, take the one wheel. I'm like, what the fuck is that? He's like, check it out. He's like, just lean into it. Mm-hmm. I got on this thing. I rode it around the entire I'm like, do you mind if I I was like, what is this thing? He's like, it's pretty cool, right?
Weren't you ready to spend $1,000 on that shit?
100%. I came home and started researching
What is it about us that we like these motorized fucking...
I don't know. I'm glad I didn't get it now because... I probably wouldn't even fucking use it.
Use it, but it was so tempting. It's probably our most impulsive. Remember those videos I always send you, the fucking mini bike cartel?
Oh yeah.
If you know, follow them motherfuckers on TikTok. I think they're called the mini bike cartel.
Yeah, they're funny as
shit.
They
build fucking adult big wheels with lawnmower. You said like lawnmower engines, and they look like motorcycles, and they charge you like 15 grand for one. This guy's like, we can make that. Yeah, but, dude, I'm like, 15 grand's not bad.
Yeah, we can 100. Dude, it's a lawnmower motor. They got
it was less than It was less than 30.
We'll take out the governor. So
it was probably like $3,000, but
yeah.
Still.
Do you remember when there was that group?
Take out the governor.
Do you remember when there was that group of dudes who all on mopeds? They called themselves the Mopagans.
No,
you don't remember this?
From? Where's that from?
I think they were. My boy was telling me about this.
Is this a real thing, like in real life?
Real thing, and they caught a bunch of heat from the fucking real pig. Because they're riding around calling themselves the Mopagans.
Mopagans.
Oh, I think it's the most hilarious thing ever. But I'm sure those guys didn't want to be like mocked like that.
No, but
which is still funny, man.
Anything motorized just fascinates us.
Yeah.
Right? Like why? I mean, you like you said, if you had that fucking little motor fucking skateboard, you probably wouldn't ride it anymore. It wears out like this. But when we're in, man, you're dying. Like you're dying to get one. Like my brother-in-law got one. I wasn't even mad. You know what I mean? My wife's like, he spent like $1,000 on that shit. I'm like, worth it. At the time. I'm like now.
It would be cool. Like say if I went camping a lot, that'd be a cool thing to have because you can like run that thing from the zip to the take a dump. Yeah. Not allowed to shit in the trailer. Don't shit in the camper, dude. Don't be a weirdo.
I'm wondering why. Like, what's the unspoken?
It's gross, dude.
Not
it's
only
fucking gross. Like, take a piss, whatever. Like, you still gotta get.
Not only will it stink up the place, right?
But
emptying that shit,
bro.
I can't imagine.
It's so foul.
I can't imagine shit and piss just in a fucking tank.
It's so foul. Like, my boy Gatto, right? He goes camping all the time. He has this pretty cool Airstream.
Yeah, you told me.
And he had that thing's all hooked up and everything like that. And he's like, "Oh, go to the bathroom." I'm like, "I'm shitting in there." I'm like, "Oh shit, the fucking clubhouse." He's like, "No." He's like, "I just blow it out." So I was like, "I got to see this when you do it." And it is just as gross as you would think it is. There's a window, a clear window, so you can actually see all the fucking make sure everything's clearing out. I'm like, so you have to sit here and watch your shit fly by this window.
Like, do you ever wonder if he's like impressed by some of the sizes or some of the shapes? Like we have a bartender that takes a picture of his shit every time it looks like a letter. He sends it to his kid. He hates
gross.
it. I know, but he hates it. But it's like this is the shit that we do with technology. I'm gonna take a picture of my shit and send it to my fucking 15-year-old son.
But for the longest time, I had we had a fart thread going with a good group of guys, and it would just be videos of us ripping farts and who had a better one for the day, who won today. There was no prize, but you won bragging rights. That was it.
My god! Like SNL did a weekend update on the kid who released the kid who released like the secrets, the shit that just leaked.
What shit? The
the
Ukrainian stuff?
Navy. No, the kid from the Navy that just leaked some fucking classified documents.
Oh, the Pentagon stuff? You mean?
I think so. Yeah. Like SNL just did like a skit on him,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like I think he posted it on that thread, and somebody from his friend's thread fucking released it to the media. It's like classified documents, whatever.
Was it on Discord?
Yeah, but he was like, because he got in trouble. It's exactly what would happen because he got in trouble. He was like, "Hey guys, it's sorry, I got to leave these threads. I should have never posted these documents, whatever it is and that." And he was like, just saying bye to them. He goes, to which they all replied, "Gay." Like they didn't even care. And that's exactly what would happen because nobody in his thread cared about those classified documents.
No.
Somebody fucking leaked them, you know what I mean, and cared enough to think they were going to make money off of it, but
so
we
funny.
can update but they're so fucking dialed in. They had a great skit the other day that nobody, I don't know if I talked about this. I don't think I talked about this with you guys, but that nobody could remember any movies anymore. Like they had like a trivia, and it was like a Netflix trivia, almost like Jeopardy. You know how they always do those weird Jeopardy shows?
Yeah.
And they were like, all the actors that people knew, they were like, name a movie he was in within the last 5 years. And they couldn't. And they're like, name like a good comedy on Netflix in the last 3 years.
Well, comedy right off the bat,
but
it's dead. Movies wise.
But I really couldn't remember. Like, think about how much shit you watch on Netflix for movies, documentaries, shows, and even me playing along with that skit, I couldn't fucking remember. Like shit, like I just could.
I just want to do it and see if I can do it.
The questions that came to mind, I couldn't fucking. I wish I could remember. But it was all about Netflix. It was like name an actor. Whatever. It was like you couldn't name anybody because you don't know these actors. Like there's so much new shit. I don't know. It's crazy to me. But
you're talking about like made by Netflix?
Or
just on Netflix?
It just says Netflix. Like it was like a category.
Okay.
But it was like you couldn't fucking name one. You know what I mean? Like there was a lot of shit you couldn't recall. And like I was playing along with the game and I was like, fuck, like, you know, some of them I got. You know what I mean? Like one of them, the guy was like, name a Emmy, an Oscar nominated movie or whatever, right?
No one watches that shit anymore.
I know, but there was so many questions that seemed easy that I couldn't answer either.
Fuck the Oscars.
And I just feel like they're in tune with that shit. Like, are we consuming so much content that we're forgetting just as much as we're consuming?
No, well, that question, I mean,
that's what it made me think.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yes, because I mean, there is so much fucking content out there. I'm like spitting.
Sorry, was that me?
No, I think it was me.
The grapes.
The grapes spitting.
Fritz.
So, but there's so much. I mean, the accessibility to content. Like last night, we got home, and I really wanted to watch Mr. Deeds. For whatever reason, I wanted to watch Mr. Deeds. It's a fucking great movie.
It is a great movie.
2002 was a fucking great year.
Very sneaky.
Yes. And the fact that I could just go, I didn't have to go to a movie store, I didn't have to do nothing. All I had to do was just go sit in my room, go, and that was it. Like we grew up in a time.
That's the ease of content.
Ease of content. You know what I mean? It's so fucking simple. Like something pops in your head. And even if you don't have anything to watch, maybe I just flip through channels and hopefully something would come up.
Yeah.
And you were like, all right, cool.
It would probably have to be something familiar too. Like something you've probably already seen. Like, oh, okay, I'll watch Back to the Future again.
Exactly.
But I think of so much, like you said, so much content that we consume. Like how often do we send each other something we've already sent each other?
All the time. But it's like, it just never gets old. It doesn't get old.
Some of it never gets old. Some of it's like, oh, yeah, it was you. Like, I forgot we already shared this.
I just sent this to you. Oh, yeah, my bad.
My bad. Yeah, sometimes I don't look at shit because sometimes I'm watching shit before I look at the inbox. Like, I should look at the inbox first because you get everything I get. Almost. You know what I mean? But if I watch it through you.
Our algorithms have synced.
It's
like our periods.
What's the dumbest shit ever? Oh man, this shit, it just makes me laugh. Like I wish Vine came back.
Vine was great.
7
hip hop Disney.
7 seconds
to be funny.
We talked about hip hop Disney, but he had 7 seconds to be funny. And there's been a couple of comedians that have, like Danny Lepore.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really good singer, and he always makes like funny dumbass songs, but he's funny. You know what I mean? Now he's actually like a touring comedian. It's pretty cool. But you have 7 seconds to entertain somebody fully, like get through the whole joke. And it was pretty fucking great.
It's creative. You know, you have to be creative.
Exactly.
Dude, I'll tell you what, I want Vine to come back for Hip Hop Disney. That's it. His reaction to him, how mad he would get about it. Another Hip Hop Disney. He'd be sitting in the car.
And it would be like 2 lines and you knew exactly what. It was so funny, man. Yeah, we talked about it on the podcast before. My favorite was Lion King, remember? It's like, my uncle killed my dad.
Make me feel some kind of way.
My uncle killed my daddy, make me feel some kind of way. He was like...
The way how mad he would get.
But it's like, it actually happened in the movie.
Yeah.
But not like that. Like, you never simplified it like that.
Dude, Hip Hop Disney, we got Aladdin. I showed up on a magic carpet.
It was so great. Yeah, 7 seconds, man, to be funny. It was pretty cool.
I almost want to find some now and play some.
What, Vines?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Vines are fucking.
Let me see
now
if
you
I
have
can,
a whole fucking.
Let me see if I can find some Hip Hop Disney. Just so people, just so our 40 viewers.
Like there was a dude that made up a song calling about your ceiling titty, right? And he just points up, and everybody that has either seen or lived in a house that has that lamp that Sorry. That lamp that looks, you know what I mean? It just has the one screw in the middle. It looks like a nipple. And he called it a ceiling titty. It was great. It was 7 seconds. He made up a song about it. It was fucking awesome.
Oh, look at, we got it right here. Where am I at?
You got to Bluetooth connect it.
I think I'm already connected. I'm in that shit, son.
We hear it on our shit, right?
Yep, you should be able to hear it.
Headphones.
Come to TurboTax.
Oh, sorry about the ads.
Do your taxes.
I don't have premium.
Meet with
I refuse to pay
experts who
for.
will do your taxes for
This is
you.
so funny. We can fucking edit this
So
out.
you can do.
No, let's keep it because this guy's doing his taxes and he's happy about it. Fuck you.
Y'all check out this new single by Hip Hop Disney. It's called Finding Nemo. I'm a lost ass bitch. Check it out, this was called The Lion King. My uncle killed my daddy, made me feel some type of way.
Y'all, it's Hip Hop Disney, we got tangled. Bitch wanna cut off my hair. No.
Hip Hop Disney, chilling in a wood cottage. Eating on some hot porridge.
We got Finding Nemo on Hip Hop Disney. DJ Dory. All I do is swim, no matter what. We got Aladdin on Hip Hop Disney. I woke up on a magic carpet. It's Hip Hop Disney back at you with another hit from Frozen. Prince Hans ain't loyal, no he ain't. Hip Hop Disney, Finding Nemo is Dory.
I can't remember nothing at all.
I'm back to the Lion King.
I never even heard that one.
Bro, there's so many of them. It's almost 4 minutes filled with them.
Oh my god.
The kid is so smart. Like that's what I'm saying.
Yes, how did he? What's his name? Yeah,
It's Mr. Legendarius.
Oh my god. So
But he spells it like
Darius.
yeah.
Darius.
His name is Darius, yeah. But he spells it Legendarius, which is even that's creative.
Yes.
Yeah, he's fucking funny.
He's great.
I highly recommend you go on YouTube and watch them yourself.
The beat comes in and shit. Like, the production that they must have fucking gone through doing that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
That's fucking funny. But like you said, it's creative and like the way they simplify things, man. It's fucking funny. 7 seconds.
I woke up on a magic carpet.
Like that. That's your.
That was the only one I always remember.
See, I already forgot the one that I never heard before. I was like, I never heard that one. It was funny. Oh, the Dory one, right? The one with Kanye, was it?
Don't remember nothing at all.
No, Drake. Drake. I said Kanye. It was Drake.
Bro.
Like you, like not only to like like you said, simplify it like that. Like now remember nothing. Like Dory had that 10-second fucking brain or whatever, but also find a song that remind you of that line.
Chilling in a wood cottage.
Like that shit was so fucking funny. But like you said, it's creative, man. And he had 7 seconds to fucking do it, man. And he did a ton of them. 4 minutes worth.
I wonder what's he doing now. I wonder what he's doing now.
Legendarius. I don't know, but
I hope he's like a stand-up comedian or something. You know?
do something.
Making
Get in
some money.
movies or some shit.
Yeah.
He was the one that remember. Surprise. He was like, surprise, motherfucker. That was him too, right?
Yep.
And he would come in with different shit.
Yep.
He was like, surprise, motherfucker.
Some fries, motherfucker.
That shit was from Dexter, of all fucking things.
Yeah.
Like that made him think of a whole series of fucking.
Yeah,
videos.
it was the what was the guy's name in Dexter? The detective that figured him out.
Dokes.
Dokes, yeah.
Dokes.
That was a great show.
It was a great show.
I remember watching that on Showtime, the first episode when it came out, when it premiered.
You watched the last season, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The one where he's like up in like Alaska or some
Yeah.
shit like that. Yeah. It was good. It was good, kind of like
It was good. It was a good way to end it.
Yeah.
Like it was a good like little closure thing.
yeah.
I like.
But I remember watching the show and being like, "Oh my god, like, this
So
fucking show
cool,
is
right?
fucking crazy."
And then they like, because they always have real shit in there, like how one of the craziest episodes, or the season or whatever, was when he found out that psychiatrist was a serial killer, and he all he would do is talk you into killing yourself.
I don't remember.
Oh, dude, it was a fucking crazy episode. Like it was like, like a psychiatrist, like when he's talking to people that are suicidal, that are
Yeah.
depressed, his way of serial killing was talking them into
it.
killing themselves. It was crazy. I was like, fuck, like who creates that shit, man? That's some fucking morbid shit to think about.
That's what I'm saying. Some of these writers,
Like,
you're like,
yeah,
kind of
like-
looking at them like, I'm glad you're
You're
writing
thinking
this
of
shit.
like serial killers. Like, oh, okay, what types of serial killer can we encounter? I mean, possibilities. You know what I mean? Like,
So many possibilities.
so many.
So many activities.
Hmm?
So much room for activities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Some of these writers, like, you talk to them and they're like, yeah, like, I'm glad I write this shit because
Got some dark thoughts.
I got some dark shit in me. But I think everyone does, man. I think that,
Dude,
everyone.
man, my brain is fucking terrible. It's
Yeah.
a fucking wasteland. I think of the dumbest shit, the worst shit, the meanest shit. And I hate when people say like, don't say you're mean when don't say you're honest when you're really just mean.
That's honesty.
And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, the truth hurts. Truth is,
But that's what I'm saying. Is everyone's fucking feelings is.
yeah, man. I don't care, man.
Everyone's
If I'm
butthurt about
your
it.
friend, I fucking tell you what I think. You know what I mean?
It's all love.
The truth. Yeah, exactly. Like, what the fuck, man? I don't want you to hide shit from me. If you think I'm being a piece of shit, tell me. I don't know, man. It's crazy.
We got an hour.
Yeah, we got an hour in. We're 101. Got me to talk all fucked up, but
Hey, babe. Let's wrap it up.
yeah, fuck it. You got shit to do. Tonight.
Eat some more grapes.
Eat some more grapes. All right, guys. That was it for Pouring Rain Podcast, episode number
Whatever the fuck.
diplomatic. The diplomatic episode.
Diplomatico.
We'll see you guys soon. Hopefully, Kenny will be with us next time. And that's it. That's all we got.
Yep.
All right. Later.
Holler.